If you were stranded on a deserted island with no food available, do you think you would lose weight and drop body fat fast? The answer might sound pretty obvious, but if the answer is true, why do people say that you can't lose weight eating certain foods, or you have to follow certain strict protocols to lose weight effectively? Or what about the role of insulin? I'm Lewis, I've been a PT for nearly 10 years, working with over 1,000 clients. For my online coaching, I ensure CEOs and entrepreneurs grow their business by optimizing health and performance without time sacrifices, restrictive diet, or missing out on precious family time. On YouTube, I help you understand the key fundamentals to do it all by yourself. Did you know that studies recommend 150 to 300 minutes of moderate to vigorous exercise per week for burning body fat, and that losing weight gradually may be more beneficial for improving body composition? In this video, we'll explore the fastest and most sustainable ways to drop body fat without extreme diets, backed by scientific research and expert recommendations. Over the 12 years I've had training in the gym, I've been through many cuts and bulk cycles, meaning I'm looking to lose weight or I have the goal of putting on weight. Some successfully and some not so successfully. For example, after about 1 year of training in the gym back in 2012, I decided I wanted to see my abs and get that shredded lean look. The problem was that I didn't have enough muscle on my frame to start off with to actually resemble someone who lifted. I knew that I had to drop weight, I would have to eat less, so I did a little bit of research online and stumbled upon different videos and blogs giving the best foods I should be consuming to lose weight. I didn't track my calories back then, but if I was able to estimate, I'd probably say I was consuming somewhere around 1,600 calories per day, while training 6 times per week and playing football. Don't get me wrong, I definitely lost weight and managed to see my abs, but I ended up looking pretty skinny and the strength gains in the gym I had just made started to go backwards, which obviously is not ideal. I knew that I needed to eat less food to see my abs and get lean. I followed everything the advice told me to back then because that's all I knew. After 3 months, I had dropped around 8 kilos but resembled someone who hadn't eaten for days. I felt low in energy, tired and unmotivated to train at all. I distinctly remember when one of my mates asked if I stopped training because I looked like I'd lost so much weight. And as a 17-year-old who prided himself on looking good and being in the gym, I felt a little bit offended and a little bit embarrassed by it. I then made sure to do some more thorough research of exactly what I should be doing to ensure that I didn't lose too much strength, keeping as much muscle as I could and maintaining my energy. So with that being said, let's delve into some of the most efficient ways to drop body fat without the extreme or restrictive methods. Firstly, let's explain exactly what body fat is and what it means for your body. Body fat is like the storage of energy in your body, and there are 2 main types of body fat. Number 1 is essential fat. Think of this as the basic fat your body needs to function properly. It's like the reserve fuel in a car, critical for the engine to run smoothly. And number 2 is storage fat. Imagine this as extra fuel your body stores for later use. When you eat more calories than your body needs right away, it saves the excess as storage fat. It's like saving money in a piggy bank for a future need. So why does body fat matter? Having some body fat is normal and healthy because it helps your body function. However, too much of it, especially in certain areas like the midsection, can be a problem. It can lead to issues like heart problems, diabetes, and other health issues. People often use different tools to measure body fat, although sometimes they're not always the most accurate. These tools might include special scales, devices that send a small electric signal through your body, or even calipers that pinch a bit of skin to estimate body fat. Although it's widely known, as I said, that it's difficult to get an accurate reading of exactly what your body fat actually is. In essence, your body fat is a natural and necessary part of your bodies. Too much of it can lead to the health problems. Just like managing your money wisely, it's important to maintain a balance to keep our bodies healthy and functioning well. So what are the 3 best ways of doing this? Number 1, calorie deficit. A calorie deficit occurs when you consume fewer calories than your body needs, prompting it to use stored fat for energy. On average, a daily deficit of 300 to 500 calories can lead to about 1 pound of weight loss per week. If you calculate your daily calorie needs and realize you are consuming 2,500 calories a day, to create a calorie deficit, you would need to aim for 2,000 calories per day. By doing this, you create a 500 calorie deficit each day, leading to weekly loss of give or take 1 pound per week. So you want to identify high calorie snacks and replace them with healthier options. This sounds pretty obvious, but monitor portions using measuring tools or apps. Gradually start to reduce overall calorie intake to create that sustainable deficit. The deficit helps burn stored fat for energy, facilitating gradual and sustainable weight loss, although extreme calorie restrictions, like what I did, which I told you about earlier in the video, can lead to nutrient deficiencies, so it's crucial to strike that balance and not being too high or too extreme of a deficit. There are loads of diets out there today, such as keto, paleo, carnivore, vegan, all work in the same context, but ultimately the one which you can adhere to for the longest is going to be the best and the most sustainable. So number 2 is cardio. Engage in a mix of aerobic exercises such as brisk walking, jogging or cycling, aiming for at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity or 75 minutes of vigorous intensity activity per week. Start with a daily brisk walk or include activities such as cycling, swimming or sports. You want to try and add variety to keep it as enjoyable as possible. Cardio exercises burn calories, as we know, boost metabolism and contribute to overall health and fitness. Although that being said, avoid overtraining as it can lead to injuries. You want to gradually increase intensity to prevent burnout and those injuries. Currently, as of recording this video, I do 2 to 3 cardio sessions per week, which are usually a mix of zone 2 sessions on the spin bike and 1 session which is of a higher intensity, such as 4x4 efforts of 4 minutes hard, 4 minutes slow for 4 rounds. Zone 2 cardio refers to a specific heart rate zone during exercise that is typically associated with moderate intensity. In simple terms, it's the level of effort where you're working hard enough to get some health benefits, but not so hard that it becomes very difficult. So to find your zone 2 zone, you often use a percentage of your maximum heart rate. Zone 2 typically falls between 60 to 70% of your maximum heart rate. When you exercise in this heart rate zone, you are working at a pace that allows you to sustain activity for a longer duration without feeling overly fatigued. It's often used for aerobic or endurance training, helping to improve cardiovascular fitness and build a solid base for more intense workout sessions. In practical terms, during Zone 2 cardio, you should be able to maintain a conversation without gasping for breath. It's a comfortable level where you're challenging your heart and lungs, still able to sustain the activity for an extended period of time, making it a good choice for building endurance and burning more calories without completely rinsing yourself each workout. And the third pillar is the supplements. So this one's on the periphery, if I'm being totally honest, because when I first started training, when I was 16, I went out and bought a load of supplements using the money I had, because I thought it would be the magic ingredient to getting faster results. But looking back, most of it was a waste of money, although that being said, they do play a role. Using supplements to lose weight specifically is a topic that scientists are still figuring out. Some supplements have been shown to make people lose weight in studies, but experts question how much of a difference it really makes in real life and how much of it is actually come from the supplement itself. The Office of Dietary Supplements says that there's not much proof that weight loss supplements really work, and a lot of the evidence comes from tests on animals and in labs. They're still not sure if these supplements are safe and effective for people in everyday use. Some studies suggest that flaxseed might help with weight loss, but we need more research to be sure. The most popular weight loss supplements claim to help by improving how your body uses carbs, burning more fat, or making you less hungry. In other words, reducing your appetite. They often contain things like vitamins, minerals, fiber, caffeine, herbs, and plants. In the end, even though some supplements seem to help with weight loss, in studies we don't actually have enough proof to say they're good for everyone. So on that note, we need more research to know if they really work and if they're safe long term. That being said, the 2 supplements which I know will be beneficial for most people who train but aren't necessarily directly linked to fat loss are whey protein powder and creatine, the good old-fashioned combo. I'm not going to go into too much detail or too much depth in this video, but if you're struggling to get enough protein, that is, through your daily diet and creatine, then they will be beneficial for most people as a supplement. I personally take protein and creatine every day just to make sure I've got them in. With all my CEO and entrepreneurial clients, I follow my CEO Health and Performance Blueprint 5-step system, which combines all the 5 key areas. Head to the link in the description to watch the short video of exactly how I use this with my clients to get amazing results. Or alternatively, if you're someone, whether you run your own business or not, who would benefit from understanding in more detail your current health and performance, you can take the Health and Performance Scorecard, which is completely free, linked in the description, as well as my training programs to see if they are suitable for you and your goals.